map, where we are going to start off with the blue Terran player from Team Liquid. This is Clem. Taking on the red Protoss in the top right corner of the map, we actually have herO. Going to be having ourselves the couple of gates coming down, so herO again very aggressive at the start of this one. Sorry guys. Had to reply to a player. Trying to get a group organized for tomorrow's WardiTV February, and someone just messaged me at a bad time. So yes, a couple of gateways coming down. I was going to see that probe moving through. Reaper popping out, factory in the reactor coming in. It's going to be seeing the Reaper gun and go after that probe. The SCV pulls back. Cybercore and a couple of zealots coming across. And he's going to be seeing those zealots, then going to apply some pressure here as Clem. He's going to be moving forwards, and yeah, Reaper going to come through. He's going to get settled down a little bit, as the problem is Clem's only just now about to realize, uh-oh, there's two zealots arriving, and he has no way to really deal with this, although, I mean, the wall off his nice high ground CC helps. You get some SCVs to repair this reactor. Just about going to stay alive. The Reaper across the map will start to kill probes as there's no battery yet, and Reaper will be able to do quite well for itself at the moment, and two rows go down. Obviously, we'll start to work on that battery. Two Stalkers arriving soon. We'll obviously be able to pick away at the SCVs from the other side of this wall off, so that's what we're going for at the moment. The Marines will hit. Zealot will go down. The Stalker's still firing. Reaper hops up to the high ground. Little grenade goes in. Oh, pushes one Zealot to the wrong side. Means the Zealot actually gets a couple of swipes off. Helps against the Marine. Stalker's able to do damage there because of that. Cyclone shows up and will start to lock on. The Zealot will have to pull away to get rid of that Cyclone lock. He's going to get one Zealot low, but that's about it for now, so this is still continuing. Very committed from herO, because obviously you built the two gates out in the middle of the map. Your tech is delayed. Your expansion is delayed, so there's a lot of reasons why you want to try and get some good work done right now. Step continues to move about. Here we're just going to shoot a couple of probes, taking shots across the map still. So the Reaper keeping an eye on things. With two Cyclones out, I think Clem is going to be very safe now in his base. And obviously his orbital command for the natural is finished already, so that's also a pretty huge benefit. Thank you so much, Lambo, for the raid. I just don't think this was enough from here. Like, yeah, what, we call some SCVs to come off the line for a while. Great, don't get me wrong, I love that, but I feel like you need so much more here than what we got. The Stalker at home at least will push the Reaper away so we can finally expand. But like Clem's army's now adding a siege tank on as well, so that's also looking great. Not ideal. Not ideal. I mean, you do get a good force field here, but with the siege tank down, we can kind of pull back towards that tank. That limits what else you can do. Tank shot firing, a couple of Stalkers taking hits. We are going to see the Cyclones locking in. The Stalkers will get chased for a few moments. Marines doing a good job. The Stalkers really getting pushed all the way away again. Well, would like to come back through. Tank gets siege. Marines are popping. Attack lab coming about. Depot on the way through. SCVs will finish as well. Cyclone gets there. Sentry gets pushed the other way. We're just going to say GG. He knows he did not do enough with this, and he's going to tap out of this opening game. We're going to head ourselves to game 2 here. Sooner rather than later. Alright, so second game coming up. I'm going to kick that off. Game number 2 here in a few moments. I'm going to go to Amygdala for a second map. Perfect, let's just do it. Let's send it. Alright, so Amygdala for map number 2. See how we go. Again, apologies for the little bit of AFK at the start there, guys. Let's just sort some stuff out. Sorry, give me 1 second. I have to reload the game. Alright, let's jump into game 2. And kick this off. We're going into Amygdala. Second map of our best of 5. And let's get at it. As obviously in the top right hand side, able to take that 1-0 lead. The blue Terran player from Team Liquid is Clem. World champion of StarCraft 2. Here on the bottom left, our red Protoss player lost to Clem in the semi-finals of that World Championship. Such a brutal performance from Clem, 4-0 on the biggest of stages. Again, it's a player who, I mean, herO beat Clem in a lot of big scenarios in the past. I mean, I always remember that Valencia quarterfinal where Clem, I think when Clem was up 2-0 and herO reverse swept. Went on to lose in the semis. It was a Maru Dark Grand Final that time, but that just felt like one of the times where Clem was meant to go so much further than he did. He was looking so good, and herO was able to just bring it back to the other side. Cracks on the gas coming up. We get settled down for a few moments. Drop that Nexus into place. The barracks coming through. Manufacturer coming through, the reactor coming around, so we get that all set up. Gonna see 2 Reapers on the way up, so just gonna see Clem actually again a little bit of harassing potential on the way. And 2 Reapers and Hellion coming up, so we're going to have ourselves a lot of early game harassing units. We'll see if Clem can break through and maybe find some damage with some of that. Obviously got the Stalker, the Twilight Council, a couple of probes coming up as well, so we bring a lot of that coming through for the moment. Stalker just going to get back to patrolling. Link building, warp gate building. bring that across for now. I'm just going to be seeing our Twilight Council obviously getting that blink up and roll, and the Reapers will make a jump into the main base. So they will try and just come through, and 4 Reapers can kill probes pretty quickly. So potential there to create some danger. Starts to fight the units as they come to the front. Can we get the Hellions into the main base? We're actually going to try and chase for a Stalker, but it's going to start getting healed. Then we'll be in the main base with all 4 Reapers and the Hellions then, and he can potentially do some damage. Hellions obviously can do a lot of splash at once. Makes it difficult for the battery to, heal everything up. And even if the battery does heal everything up, it's a great way to drain the energy off of that super quickly. 5 workers end up going down, and Clem is going to succeed for quite a bit of early game damage. He has 5 probes get picked off. Now sells the robot facility coming up at the back there from herO. Temple Archives robot facility coming through. The blink is coming in as well. Hallucination just moving across again. A couple of Stalkers setting up. The Cyclone gets there. Hallucination gets knocked away at, so we push that back once more. Just can't see that Liberator popping out. Siege Tank coming through also, so we keep that coming in. Archive is going to get a Chrono Boost, so that Storm going to get brought along for a couple of moments, so we're just going to bring that straight over. Yeah, Nexus going down there as well. Just going to bring that straight through and get that set up. We will have ourselves the Raven and the +1 upgrade. Continuing to produce right now, so again we get that started. And that Prism is going to be popping from the Robo facility here very shortly. That Prism will pop out again. Storm available, and that gives here a lot of defensive opportunities, a lot of ways to play this game out as we continue through as well, so sets up from there. Load the High Templars up into the Prism. Saw a great Storm drop the other day from herO. Was it herO? I think he got 14 workers with a Storm drop like early in the game. I don't think what tournament that was in, but I can't quite remember. Just see now our Prism hat gathering around again, charging a couple High Templars coming through. CC will be settling down. And the Prism moving across once again, trying to see where we can get to, what we can do. This Prism is going to warp in right here. hero's streaming everything across the map right now as he will look for some storms to open this up. That first one was not great. Honestly, neither was the second. I don't think I liked any of those storms. Ourselves are going to come charging through. Raven is energyless. As you see a couple of Water Mines get burrowed. By on the left side, going to get stormed again. herO pushing into this and actually doing okay for himself. Considering he's down like over half the army supply. Clem is going to be kind of just about hanging on in there. Man, where is Clem's army? It's not a lot, man. 545 army supply. I'm like, where is Clem's army? Like I say, I guess a lot of it just caught in production. Felt like Clem should have had a lot more and a much more comfortable position right there. Now he drops storms again. Medivac is still getting chased away. It's going to be another round as Zeld's getting walked in. Bio coming in from two sides. Liberator again sieged up. 4 SCVs going down. We continue to fire some shots up. I mean, SCVs going to be accompanied by some mules that are dropping into place right here. hero's still making this work with what is a worker and army deficit at the moment. Marauder Lib going through, the Ghost Academy coming up and online. Just going to see our Prism pulling away over to the side as the couple of Forges continue through. Immortals out, High Templar continue to battle. Lib's going to set up another Storm coming down. Marauder getting caught there as well. Army up to the top. Hero getting ready for an attack in potentially. Storm's coming down. That's a lot of bio getting stormed once again. The Zealot's actually going to have a good time here for a couple moments because there's a lot of Marauders that are low HP. The Liberator Widowmine combo, though, is doing a lot of work. As you look back to the left side, you'll see that Hero still has quite a few tech units. The Archon and Immortal should help a lot. Another Storm available still, pushing Clem back once again as this continues through. Nearby, Medivacs joining back up together, the Immortal coming up, about to finish, Armory coming through, the Widowmine production, Marine Marauder, Medivac, all on the way out currently. Another scan, and Nexus 1-1 upgrades continue to come about. Obviously, Clem's starting to get some ghosts out. It's been such a funny game because hero's been consistently the one attacking and pushing in, and yet he's consistently been on the lower supply end of things. The Storm obviously does a lot for him to allow him to kind of continue to take fights in these situations. As the bio comes across, the Stalkers have to blink away. A couple of Immortals gathering together too. We get a couple of Ghosts. Continue to produce onto position. To the side, what am I going to get an Adept or so? It's just going to be able to get a little bit of a grab already. Not going to be having our couple Vikings and Ghosts coming through still. 2-2 upgrades coming about as well. I see our Archon going to finish up, move over to the sides. Now a couple of those Stalkers trying to poke around. We will force a blink back. 2-2 upgrades, Ghosts on the way out. Vikings, Marine Marauder coming through as well. Additional Widowmines added on into play. Our Mortal and our Zealots continue to warp in. Our Prism poising to see what it can do as we charge forward. The Zealots got an attack. SCVs pulling through this, need to turn around themselves. Try to set up a snipe, but it gets cancelled as the Ghost takes a chip of damage. Hero again still just positioned aggressively here. Can Clem continue to fend off this wave after wave of Zealot attacks? Trying to do so right now. Not really doing too much though. 2-2 upgrades. Still very much so on the production tab for Hero just now starting, but they're so close to being done for Clem, which would be huge. Army going to attack forward. A couple of Widowmine shots going to go off. It's a lot of Zealots going to get absolutely blasted. Oh my goodness. Well, Zealots take a lot of damage there. Stalkers and Archon. Stalker and Archon Immortal pulls back as well. Storm comes down. Bio Viking still trying to press through, trying to push across currently. Gonna attack over. Again, 2-2 upgrades on the Immortal coming around. The Nexus building into place. Continue to gather right now. Again, 3-3 upgrades currently coming through. Marine Marauder with a mine refinery coming online as well. The EMPs go down. Widow Mines are going to fire. A couple of those Zelds getting struck. Just going to be seeing one more Widow Mine shot going to land. A few of those Zelds go down. The Vikings will land once again as the Immortals continue to push up. That is going to be the Planetary Fortress being taken out. So the Planetary goes down. 10 SCVs going down, but at the same time, Clem on the counterattack is going to start getting some probes here. Warbin and a recall. Stalkers will blink underneath. The Medivac lives on low HP. Look at it go. Super low HP gets into the main for the full unload and keep on causing trouble. Going to undo a lot of the work just dealt, a lot of the damage just done there by getting damage of your own done now. Meanwhile, Clem is actually pushing with his main army, knowing that herO has so much of his army back over here, so Clem at the very least likely gets a base in return, if not two. He could get this one and maybe work his way to the upper left, should get that pylon before the warp in as well. He actually hasn't gotten this base yet, but he is hitting great EMPs. Now the High Templar goes down, snipe on it too. The Immortals on their own are not doing enough, but he will protect the base. So credit to him. I do not think herO's going to keep this base alive, but he has been able to. So still trying to step through. The Ghosts and the Bio units continue to step back into the Sniper still coming online. Still got 3-3 upgrades coming up as we speak. Probably going to fight. Stalkers getting hit. We will see how our upgrades continue to come through. More units gathering together. Uncle's back around the right side. More warpins get put into place there, plus 3 armor is about to finish. Marine Marauder Medivac reducing through from Clem, add a Ghost onto that as well. Again, it's such a weird game because Clem's supply has consistently been in the lead, and yet it feels as though herO's the one that's had so many of the moves he's been making to kind of initiate a lot of this. Fire on the Ghost coming through. A couple of Zelds going to come in the other side. Fire gathers on that watchtower. Zelds and Immortals join up. EMP comes in towards this again. Disruptor. Just going to clip the edges. Bio still stepping through. Another Disruptor shot hits just a couple Marines. We continue to play the chasing game, and that Disruptor going to get grabbed once again. Zelds, Immortals, Stalkers coming forwards here. We are going to see Zelds from the bottom side as well. A couple of good EMPs helping out. Continue to pull back. Those Zelds take a lot of damage. Just doesn't feel like herO has enough to kind of continue on with here. Those Zelds keep on melting away. We get a few more Liberators producing from Clem. His army getting better and better. I mean, to me, I think this army dies here from herO. Can he hang on? The Zelds try and get to the front at the moment. Liberator turned around. The Ghost tried to find a snipe on the High Templar, but got denied. The Storm did damage to it, which cancels the snipe, which basically is the High Templar saving itself. Funnily enough, 6 o'clock goes down. I didn't think that base was ever going to be held. Step through, pylon. Drops, Disruptor, lands for a Marine, chips a Marauder. The pylon getting grabbed now, some probes taking damage, EMP comes down, Disruptor backs away. Jump onto this Nexus again, we'll be able to grab that as well. Top side, Nexus continues to come about too. Again, our +1 vehicle plating coming in. Marine Marauder coming up, our barracks is producing. So let's show up on the top side. One Rax gets denied, the Bio comes up to the top. 7 SCVs down already, we're going to get ourselves 1 Widow Mine, second one in some trouble, the Bio will be here, a couple of Zelds going down, Stalkers blinking forward. The Liberators will turn, the Liberators will push those Stalkers back. Yeah, pylon here. Now a couple forges setting up. Water mines will fire onto the probes. The Stalker's getting recalled. Medevac's come through, and again we get an attack to the top side. That 12 o'clock going to get jumped onto here already. Disruptor landing. Second disruptor shot landing as well. Couple units. It's just herO still fighting with what feels like so little. I'm yet to see a herO army in this game where I'm like, oh my god, that's going to overwhelm. It just hasn't existed yet. He's still the player who's consistently been the aggressor. So that Stalker's coming through, Immortals and the Colossus. Continuing to chase down. As herO is going to find himself on top of another base of Clem. Base goes down, Storm coming through. Two coming about. We will see ourselves the Vikings, Marines, the +1 vehicle plating coming up as well. We're just going to keep trading. Just going to be seeing a couple of Zealots getting blasted. Bio still pushing forward right here. Prison coming about. Viking and Marines coming through too. As we are going to see the SCVs coming from the other side. Water mines going to be flaring. There goes the Colossus. There goes the Immortal. Stalker's getting caught as well. Clem has just doubled the army supply now as herO throws another round of Zealots at him. Clem is a little bit struggling base-wise, but I think it's going to be okay for the moment. By shooting, Stalker's taking damage. Just gonna step across again, a bit of bio gonna come pushing through. See our Water Mines coming about as well. Just gonna see our Zealots coming over, charging onto that. And herO is just going to run out of stuff, and Clem is going to claim his second game of this series. A 2-0 lead for him. This was a... on the bottom right-hand side. It is going to be our blue Terran player. With a 2-0 lead, it is Clem. The Mr. Aggressive man himself, herO in the top left side. Our red Protoss player for game 3. Let's see what happens on this one. Things go here as we get ourselves set. Game 3 of this best of 5. We're going to see our CC coming about, the Reaper coming through, we get settled down here. And next is coming through, piling about to finish, factory in the bunker coming about, CC getting built, and the proxy from herO will be a Stargate. So a little bit of something different in terms of aggression this time around. Trying to get in there early. Tries to hop in, but is going to get turned around. The Adept there is going to be good to play the denial for a couple of moments at least. There's that Oracle, just Chrono Boost now. We'll see how well that can do. I've just seen a couple of gates dropping down, get that ready. Warp gate coming up. Medevac Marines on the way through. Get that set to go. Oracle just coming straight through. 3 SCVs going down. Let's see, our Mule going to get grabbed. Another SCV going to get jumped on. We actually don't get that 4th SCV, so a little mishap there. A little bit of miscommunication. Comes in and now goes for 3 more workers. Widowmine on the natural is trying to cover, but it's not doing well enough. Clem has to pull the SCVs closer in to the command center there. Now the Marines unloading, Adept taking damage. Marines on the other side going to get rid of this pylon in the next few moments. Drop down a probe. So that goes down as well. So I'm just going to shoot the medevac, taking some damage, going to load up, jump into the main. Oracle fires once again. Marines unload once more, jumping onto this pylon, going to get onto that, the Viking coming over. We do have ourselves, the Oracle's just going to come straight through. The Stalker's going to shoot there, 2 Oracles go down already, the Viking going to get chased back the other way. Stalkers are going to get that Viking too, good shutdown from herO. Interesting fight so far, because now you've lost 2 Oracles, but obviously good to get rid of so much of Clem, and you did get work out of those Oracles. I mean, obviously you always worry, because Oracles going down feels bad. Almost always feels like you want to keep those Oracles up. They have so much more value for the future. We do have 1 Oracle still on the field. But in this case, I think I actually like it because it's allowed you to clean up very committedly. And now we're going to grab this Cyclone. There's going to be a bunker with a few Marines inside of it. I mean, if nothing else, you're killing SCVs here, I would have thought. I'm sort of kind of shocked we don't go up the ramp. I guess a new Cyclone showing up. Maybe herO has a bit more foresight than I do, but I really felt like that was a moment where we could have pushed and kept on pushing for a little bit. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Oracle into the main. Cyclone and the Viking going to be there, immediately pushing the Oracle back the other direction right from the get-go. Bunker Marine setting up, charging the Observer coming up as well. herO has that Robot Bay coming online as well. And that bunker just sits there, charge about to finish. Blink is going to start up. The Observer coming through. Extra gates in the Robo Bay coming about. Marine Marauder medevac building on the side of Clem. So we're just getting all of that coming through. The Widow Mine's coming up. We're going to dive here. Clem gets caught with the force fields. It's a fake Colossus, but we put a lot of damage onto it, so for it being fake, it's not exactly ideal. Clem's going to chase as well. He's going to see it pop as a hallucination. Man, that Colossus took so much damage, and it wasn't even real. In a game where Clem has been a little bit on the back foot, that's not the kind of thing that helps you out there. A bunch of units went down, and Clem just about able to get onto his third base now. Here, already mining off of 4 bases. 70 workers, Blinking +1, about to be in play as well. Dive straight through, a couple of Zelds getting grabbed. Cyclone locks, you're going to see the Zealots going to be able to get the grab. Cyclone goes down. And there's Widow Mine's going to be chilling. Got ourselves a +2/+1 coming through. Extended Thermal Lance and Blink coming online. Our Bio wants to get down this ramp here. Clem going to push through. Force fields are going to be well placed. And Color batteries down. Again, the Disruptor's coming out. +2/+1. The Extended Thermal Lance coming about. Our Oracle will drop a Revelation down. You're obviously just on the front doorstep of Clem. If you can stay here and hold this map control, you're kind of free to do as you wish at home, which is exactly what he's doing, right? He's taking all the opportunities to expand. Stalker's just already chipping through a couple of Widow Mines here on the right side. And I mean, this is the opportunity you get by being the aggressor right now. You're able to sit in these positions. Disruptor shot is good. Widow Mine's going to get hit. The Bio units coming down the ramp, and the Stalkers get chased away. So Bio gathers. One medevac just going to move the tank over to the side. Widow Mine going to burrow up. Stasis just going to get caught, just going to get rid of that already. Couple Disruptors coming through, +2 armor coming up as well. Oh, Clem kind of gets caught down the ramp, and again, herO is just there and ready to pounce on the opportunity. Immediately comes in. Good couple force fields to help with the positioning. Disruptor shot's going to fly up this ramp as well. Gho's going to get hit. Another Disruptor shot flies, and that's a Siege Tank going down. The thing is, it's like, okay, well, herO lost a bunch of stuff here too. Yeah, sure, but then herO's got the money to rebuild it because he's been expanding all game. Clem is battling to hold on to a 4th base. If he didn't somewhat push back this fight, his 4th would be gone right now, which is a major issue. So let's Stalker chase and a couple Marauders go down again. herO's just right here once again, keeping the aggression up, keeping this position strong. Another Disruptor shot flies upwards. It's going to be a bunch of Marines and Marauders going down. Now Marines going to try and chase forward again. The Planetary did go down. Without a 4th base here is Clem. You got to do something miraculous, and the reality is chasing down this army ain't going to be it. Widow Mines died before they can even shoot. And I think it's very fair to say that Clem is... Oh, I was going to say he's on the back foot by a mile, but he's just going to GG out anyways. Yo, Piazza, thank you. Bottom left-hand side, our blue Terran player is going to be Team Liquid's Clem, still clinging on to a lead here, up 2-1 in this best of 5 finals against herO, our red Protoss, in the top right corner of the map. So, I got ourselves a game number 4 setting up here. Leyline's going to be our map. Let's see where we get to. Let's see what happens. So we got Cybercore coming through. We got a Reaper coming online. Leylines, as our good friend Harsman said earlier, not a bad map for Protoss. So we'll see what happens. Reaper coming over, down through the bottom. Factory coming up and online. Marine and the SCV coming through. And again, Wolfgate, Adept coming online as well. Pellet Council, I'm going to be finishing up. Blink is on the way, the Adept coming through. We're coming over, the Adepts will gather. Blink coming up, the Warp Gate is coming through. Gonna hop to the high ground and the Adept begins to go after that Reaper, so a bit of damage being done there. Because that will go down again. Blink coming through, herO his choice. And with these Adepts, we'll see if we can get anything done going across the map, or if he just wants to sit back and play defense. There's a Hellion here which is already approaching. Blink coming straight through, Viking Cyclone coming up from Clem. I think just going to dive straight through into the natural and toward the main base. And just how the Stalker's going to be there. The Hellion taking damage. That Hellion will go down. There's Adept. I'm just going to shade into the center. The couple Stalkers coming across. We'll just have our Robo Bay coming about, our Raven coming through. Again, siege tank coming about as well, so we bring that over for the moment. Focus get turned back around. Means the Raven gather up. Stim coming through. Marine Marauder producing. Our CC's about to finish. Engineering Bay on the way. Siege tank will settle down as the Adept tries to shade through. And the back's just going to move over to the Tech Lab. Factory coming across. All of Adepts coming over as well. Can see a few Stalkers moving about. Plus one attack. Stim and combat shields coming through. Extended thermal lance and the charge coming about. You got the hallucination, take that out. Again, the units gathering together. As Clem settles down, I mean, herO has himself disrupted production, charge coming online. These are things which are obviously going to help you a lot. Taking some fights. And just only 2 Colossus before starting up Disruptors wants to go directly into that, not kind of hang around before that point, so see where we go. Tommy still sits in the center, so again, we just gather up a little bit of time. We'll see if herO, I mean, herO from here, I guess, with the Disruptors can start putting on pressure and being in that aggressive position like we saw in the previous game. It's very good for him. Yeah, units just gather up, +2 attack and +1 armor coming into play. We do have our Bioforce still gathering, and the Armory and Engineering Bay coming up from Clem as well. DC building, Vikings producing. Had a couple Widow Mines in there as well. And +2 +1 coming about. The Dark Shrine is coming through, additional probes are coming over, cannons and the battery getting set as our few workers work their way down to the bottom. I'm killing the CC. Just Clem things, guys. Sometimes you kill your own CC, you just gotta move on, you know? You just gotta keep on at it. Yeah, sometimes disaster strikes. I wouldn't mind shots fire here, and a couple Stalkers just going to go blinking away. Clan maxed, herO maxed. herO not as aggressively pushing in this time around. Doesn't really need to, I guess. Just Clem just sits on 3 bases, going to lead some disruptor shots up this ramp, gets a Widow Mine. herO's already on the 5 bases, right? So herO's already doing what you're kind of meant to, which is just expand, 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 try and hold the map control while you take that expansion. herO pulls a little bit of this army back over. +2/+2 coming up as well. Now, herO just feels comfortable. Man, Shadow Strike building in as well. Disruptors will fire up. There's going to be good connections. Ghosts getting jumped on there. Another couple of disruptor shots doing decently. Yo, thank you so much for the donation. Let me just get my dashboard open so I can shut that properly when the time comes, because right now we do have herO pushing in once again, a couple disruptors. Gonna get rid of the siege tank right away there, so he's gonna be able to get that grab. And then a couple disruptor shots coming through. Clem trying to chase this army back though, feels as though he thinks he can definitely keep moving on top of this, so continues to make those moves. The bio getting forward again, a disruptor will go down. Go back and forth. Continue to sit here as the Stalkers will chase the bio down. Again, a couple of those Marauders getting jumped on. There goes one Marauder. Stalker's even going to blink. The Disruptor's coming one small force, and another Stim is going to just kind of keep the HP bars off of Clem's units. Three Disruptors being built at a time from here. He wants to keep this Disruptor count super high. The Raven Harass tries coming for a few workers. Again, Disruptors coming in. Having those Colossus here again is really nice. Not a lot to really deal with that. One Viking in the sky ain't going to do it. Clem's building 4 Vikings at once, but like I say, it's a nice switch that catches Clem a little bit off from what he was expecting at that moment as the Disruptor flies once more, but will not quite land. Planetary Fortress is going to be taking quite a lot of shots. Disruptors coming through again. We are going to see the Marauder able to get a Disruptor. Zelda still charging through. The Colossus are firing. From the right again, Colossus will fire. We do lose that Colossus though. One Marauder shot got to it, and that's all we needed. Another Disruptor shot going well as fire a couple of extras across. The Bio-4 still there. Vikings trying to chase. The Colossus taking damage. We'll just be seeing our Disruptors firing one more time. We turn around, a couple of those Vikings getting grabbed. Three upgrades. Building on the Engineering Base. Again, Mortal Colossus. +3 armor coming about currently. Very oppressive this style, right? Just Disruptor shots firing 2 at a time. You can't step into the middle. I mean, the Vikings get the Colossus again, so that's nice. What can we do with these Disruptors? They're going to start getting surrounded again. That might not matter because we just have so many of them. And again, being able to send these Disruptor shots in 2 at a time is huge. Actually lost a bunch of Vikings. They were on the ground and another Colossus shows up, catching, I think, Clem a little bit off guard there. Disruptors firing across. Just going to be seeing a couple of good Disruptor shots right in the center there. Again, a bunch of Ghosts. Apparently, that's good enough to get Clem to leave already. And herO's going to bring us back from 0-2 to 2-2. We are going to get ourselves, the Blue Terran player, who is letting a 2-0 lead slip away from him right now. This is Clem. And the bottom left-hand side, our red Protoss herO. To get into this Game 5, final game. Who will win? WardiTV Mondays 22. The first WardiTV Monday I've ever cast on a Tuesday. How about that for a start? Okay, we're coming through a couple of refineries and the barracks coming up. We get settled down here. We're coming up, Cybercore coming on in the forward gateway here from herO. So one gateway out in the middle of the map. Kind of put some pressure on early, it seems. And Reaper on the way through, factory coming up, so we are going to get that factory before an expansion. Clem will play the double gas here to begin with in this game 5. Obviously that means a late expansion, which potentially means more defense, although just a Reaper right now. It is only one gateway though, right? Like, this is just a single gate proxy. The max packs even, right? This is the max packs build. Proxy your first gateway, and you just kind of play like normal from that. You know, you just expand behind it. And you put on some pressure with that forward gate. The Reaper caught off guard is going to go down, though. Means that Clem's going to be reliant on just the units that are still yet to be started to be made. So we'll have to deal with that. SCVs pull in. Depots repair. A couple of Adepts going to fire. A couple of SCVs have to pull back. I mean, good job of keeping the SCVs alive, as units won't start to pop out soon. SCVs wanted to come back in. The depot will be saved, though. The Adepts decide to chase back. Not a bad choice, because the Cyclone's about to be here. We had 2 gates behind this as herO, so he's going to double down on the pressure with 3 gates. I think that will be a factor. The Warp Gate coming through, the Pro coming across. CC just going to land down, jumping straight on in there. As we'll see, these units actually coming very far forward from Clem and getting caught off guard. I don't think he's expecting the 3 gateway unit amount of units. 2 Cyclones, though, can do a lot to keep you healthy. Looks like I'm still locking on. We will see a Stalker going down. There goes the Sentry. The few SCVs pull in. The Adept and get jumped on again. We do see, and again, Marines continue to go down. Cyclone pulling back. SCVs trying to come through. 3 SCVs going down so far here. Again, our Cyclones gather together, and our Liberator Siege Tank continue to come through for the moment. And just all on defense. Now remember, herO, as he takes the 3rd base on the bottom of the map, he's still got no tech structure in this game. And this is always what worries me about builds like this. You're playing with no tech structure. The moment that Clem gets even remotely set up and deals with this pressure, you are so far behind where you need to be as herO in this game. And that's why it's important to just kind of, you need to do more than this. Like, having a bit of pressure on the map and la-di-da, that's great and all, but you got to get more. There's more to be had in moments like this, and I think that's the issue for herO. Going into Twilight Council now, we're talking about what, like a 7:30, 8-minute blink? Like, that's a very late blink upgrade. Like, a very late blink upgrade. 8 might be pushing it a little bit, but like 7:30 blink. Very late. You're going to lose a gateway in the center as Clem pushes through. The Liberator's trying to take some attention from you as well. So now you're down to 2 gateways and just basic gateway units against Clem, who's got some Cyclones and a Siege Tank. Like, early game Terran units are going to trade better than early game Protoss units. And just gather up again. Zeldstalker gathering as well. Liberator between the bases right now too. Workers popping around. We are going to go to the bottom side here. I like that. This is where herO's army is at, but like I said, I don't think Clem looks at this as a bad opportunity to fight a herO army. Like, he's got the tech units now to turn this around. herO's going charge, so I mentioned it was going to be a late blink. Even with charge, it's going to be finishing at, what, like 7 minutes here? Charge, the faster upgrade, and a cheaper upgrade at that as well. It's probably the right thing to help clean up a tank push, but let's see, as we have Stalkers that can't engage those tanks at all because they have no way to close the distance. Clem chases onto the army. A couple Zelds going down. 5 more gateways coming through, but yeah, I think this third base is in some serious trouble. As Clem will start to put his attention onto it. There's not much else to be done right now other than to kill off this Nexus and then probably just back off. I don't think you go chasing up a ramp into the natural. Killing a third base and resetting this game to 2 bases each is good enough. You're going to have a Liberator that can move to the side. It can still harass. Everything else gets to go home. The fact you have those tanks still alive is amazing. And that is absolutely huge. Medevac loads, couple of tanks pull into the natural. Now you can see the Bayouns gathering together. Stimpack about to finish up. Combat shield coming through. The +1 attack upgrade continues into play as well. CC builds. Synexus comes online. So that's around the top side here. Going to be supply blocked. I mean, this is just painful. His re-expansion to the top side is about to finish up at least. Cyclone's locked. Just going to chase those Zealots away. Here we're getting pushed back. Like I say, I gotta love where Clem is at. Supply-wise, it's amazing. His third CC is landing. Upgrades are kicking in now as well, so his bio army is only going to get stronger. Alright, gather this tank's moving up. Just going to see the Liberator sieging. Stalker's going to get there. And you'll see that Liberator going down. Find the pylon on the left-hand side. Stalkers and the Zealots keep on moving through. The army continues up to the top side. Marines step through. A couple tanks will siege. Going to reposition a little bit. Medevac moves up, gonna get a tank trying to settle. Oh, good force field's gonna give us at least a fighting chance here. Medevac's gonna be able to evacuate though, and that's obviously one of the power points of that play from the Terran, is that you can just lift and pull on over. There's no blink yet. Remember the repercussions of the early game? Blink's late? Yeah, well, yeah, there you go. There's an example. If you have blink there, you can blink forward and maybe pick off a couple Medevacs. It's obviously just not gonna happen in this situation though. Now it does obviously keep himself alive with that defense, but I think it's a long way from being a playable, truly kind of good-looking game from herO. Drop down, 2 Zealots get killed. Gathering on this watchtower. Bio unloads, going to be seeing the siege tank, and Bio in this main base going to start fighting. A few Zealots get warped into this as well. And try and siege the tank up. Does herO try and target it down? He does get rid of that. Doesn't matter anyways. At the same time, we've got a fight conversion in the middle of the map as well. herO going to have to go chasing after it, but this drop in the main's already done a lot, and here it is from Clem. This push forward is going to force the other initiation. Tanks, what are we going to do? Not much. The Widowmines absolutely slaughter those Zealots, though. That's pretty darn good, as... I mean, we lose the tanks to lose the mines, so at the very least, Clem only has Bio left over, but he actually won this fight in the main base, now depowering gateways, taking the production of herO down as this drop is finally forced back. I mean, it's only 2 gates, but you're in a kind of situation as herO where you can't really let anything up. Any little thing can definitely add up to your demise right now as the army of Clem continues through the top side over to the far left. Pushing forward once again here as we continue to come straight across. Gonna see the Bio fighting, a couple of those Immortals going down, Stalkers, Colossus being grabbed as well. Bio will just keep on fighting, the Nexus is gonna get grabbed. You're gonna see the Colossus and the Stalkers come through, Bio will continue to chase. The MP comes down, we will get rid of the Colossus, we'll get rid of the Zealots, get rid of the Stalkers. GG, says herO, and Clem will take it 3-2 as herO just did not do enough with the early commitment from the 0-2. So the 2-2, herO just couldn't follow through for 5th game.